Hey guys, it's Temestral Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. If you're catching this, there might be a few second delay. I was setting it up on my end and other software, and Redneck doesn't do software so great. So if you have a weird issue with that, yeah, it's just me. Ignore that. I saw you guys waiting. I was on the YouTube channel itself looking at some stuff. So I haven't done live streams for a while. I'm sorry I picked a weird time. I'm excited. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with the channel, with the truck world, and I just wanted to get you guys on board and kind of share what's going on and see and share the channel success. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Ding ding ding. 22,000 subscribers. I think it's 20,000 something. It's like 22. Let's see what it is. 22,184 subscribers. Holy cow. That's fantastic. I'm so excited for that. So shocked that many people have subscribed. That's really impressive. So thank you for that. I just ordered some new hats today. I will have them in next week. I've ordered some new shirts. I ordered some new stuff. I have new merchandise coming in. My wife just finally bought a shirt, so that's really cool as well. So I got cool new stuff coming. We got Chicago Auto Show next week. I just got invited to Marquette, Michigan with Chevy to do a snowplow demonstration, which really should be cool. And yeah, it's just stuff's happening, man. Lots of cool stuff's going on, and the Million Mile trucks. And I just found out there's a new Million Mile 2007 Nissan Frontier. Oh yeah, I'll be doing that video next week. So more Million Mile trucks are coming, and I'm working with the Ram guys, and I'm trying to find a Cummins powered Dodge Ram pickup. And I'm trying to get that, so I will have a video on a Ram coming up pretty soon too, so we can see what the difference is that has gone through, like those trucks have made it or not. And yeah, there is a ton of stuff going on. And yes, Jordan's firing off right away. He wants his wish list is a 2022 Toyota Tundra. Yes, I was wrong. I'll admit it. Big guy, I'm wrong. That I thought it would be out by now. That light is really bugging me. Hold on. All right. I've got to get a studio back here. That's gonna be on my list. I'm gonna be late. No, she didn't have a shirt. She bought a pink one that says "I love my truck." She actually bought a hoodie. She has got a hat. Her sister bedazzled it. Yeah, so that's going on. Tonight, if you haven't joined these live streams before, let me preface this by saying that live streams are one-on-one with me, the creator of this channel, and whatever I have going on here. You get to talk to me one-on-one, and I will share with you what knowledge I have. And it's not really planned. I don't really have a lot of plans. I could do something on this live stream if I wanted to. But I really just like to talk with you guys. It's just a conversation mode. And as part of that, I tend to enjoy whiskey on these events. And I actually brought a couple. I have a Knob Creek I've been tasting. I have Bird Dog Peach Flavored Whiskey. This is really good with the right meal. And but the problem is I tend to drink too much of it. I have some Elijah Craig, which is always a fan favorite. Ooh, and I think I still got some. I do. From our sponsors, I got sponsored by the Traverse City Whiskey Company. They got a really cool hat. I should put that out somewhere. I need a display back there. I gotta build something. Traverse City Whiskey Company. They sent me this cool box, and inside of this we have. I have two left. I have this one, and I have this one. So I have a Traverse City small batch handcrafted American rye and straight white rye whiskey. It's North Coast rye. This guy. And we have Stillhouse Edition, aged for 3 years or more, straight bourbon whiskey. This guy. So I'm gonna crack one of these open and give you some answer some questions here. So that's how these podcasts. Basically, they're podcasts. I should make them podcasts. Actually, I've been listening to podcasts. I think. Anyways, this is how it works. Hey, David. I will see you next week in Chicago. What do you think about the Ford Raptor? I think it's fantastic. I really love that truck. I do not like the exhaust note, but I love the performance. So there you go, Tim. I just if I could get an exhaust note that was just awesome, like the V8 sound, it'd be great. Or check it out. I got the BMW M3 competition X3M competition outside, and holy cow. Holy cow. That exhaust note is amazing. The family had to get in the SUV. We just took it for a drive around the area because they were so blown away by the looks of it. So I will have can you have the BMW X3M competition as the daily family driver video coming soon, whenever I get to it. Let's try the 3H. Let's see, what else on the list? Yeah, so, I do not do a good job of promoting my merchandise, and I'm making hats. I have some different shirts. I'm using the store in town, but I also have a Teespring page. I will, let me put that link there and in the thing. I just don't do it. I don't know. If you guys, there's stuff there. If you guys want to buy it, I think it's cool stuff. I wear the shirts, and I'm constantly adding more shirts. And did you know that the local store in town, the local embroidery store, they have OGO golf bags? Guess who's getting a new golf bag this year? Why, yes I am. All right. Well, that's as somebody said to me, that's a mighty pour. But that's okay. Because if you can handle the whiskey, you can have a mighty pour. This is batch number 014. High hopes. 3 digits. What's your take on Chevy Detroits? Harley Davidson asks, how did you get that screen name Harley Davidson? Isn't there like a trademark on that? Chevy Detroits what? Chevy Detroit diesels? Guessing. Truck on my wish list, Johnny 5 says a Peterbilt 389. Johnny 5. Heck yeah. Did you know, Johnny 5, that the BMW I'm driving outside is an inline 6 twin turbo 3-liter? Wow. 1034. Yes, I know Mark had it right with the Tundra. I get it. Karate. Damn it, I just talked to him today. He says, hello from the high Arctic. That guy is nuts. It's Jeff. Is it Jeff? No. Yes. Ha. It's Jeff. I thought it was. Sorry. I did a lot today. I had a lot going on. Anyways, hey, Jeff. He is up in Inuit something or other. Holy cow. This is interesting, guys. If you guys are still with me, there's 16 of you guys here. He was walking around the grocery store, and in the really northeastern part of Canada, they were selling a liter or a container of oil for, I think it was like $17.99 for a container of oil. 1 quart of oil was $17.99. He did a whole live stream. It was insane prices because it's so remote. I bet you transportation of these goods coming in is going to be so crazy. As far as expensive to get there. Sorry, I just got an image of a Bronco. It's his Bronco. I thought somebody's asking me about a Bronco. So yeah, but the price that they were insane. A loaf of bread was like, I think, $12. It was just crazy stuff. Okay. Nathan Adlin's here. Welcome, Nathan Adlin from TFL Truck, TFL Now, TFL Classic, TFL Later, TFL Sometime, TFL Soon, TFL Coming Soon, TFL At the Movies. Nathan Adlin's here. What's up, buddy? It will help your golf game because you feel more manly. Another 10 yards in your driver. Today's truck show. My internet is a bit spotty, so sorry if I'm reply a bit late. Oh, and that's cool. It's a delayed thing anyway, so I can't read them right away. I'm talking really fast. I'm going to try to slow down. I think alcohol and beer taste bad. Some men will tell me it's an acquired taste. Undisputed attitude. It's an acquired taste. Not like Ford Ranger. There's the thing. Chevy Colorado-based SUV ZR2 trim. Oh yeah. That's that thing. Damn right, it's on your wish list. It's on my wish list too. Finishing up a bottle of Eagle Rare here. Find that one. I was looking for Buffalo Trace. I had some in the airport in Houston. Yeah, I was in Houston. That's some good stuff. This isn't bad. A little more oaky than oak flavor than I would anticipate. I think it's oak. Yeah, interesting. By cargo ship twice a year, they get supply. Holy cow. He's saying they knew it. Yeah, because they can't swing it like Nathan, we're gonna play golf. We're gonna play golf and smoke cigars. I know that's your big thing. We'll play golf and smoke cigars. This spring we'll do it. We'll do live TFL versus pickup truck talk at the golf course, and we will live stream it sometimes. TFL Badass, yes, TFL Badass versus Putt, because that's actually, if you look at my pickup truck talk and you put it all together, if you excuse the SUV, it spells Putt. That's the acronym. Acronym I'm going with. Exactly. So we're going to get together this summer, and I'm telling you, we are going to do some cool stuff. Because I have more time now, because you guys are all watching the YouTube channel. Love the F-150 STX video. More lower end trim videos, please. Hey, I enjoyed doing that. I'm going to go do... he offered me to drive anything on his lot, so I'm going to go do more of that stuff. I just had to get that right. I had a big headache that day, and I was first I did it as a XLT SXT. Then I had to correct that to an XL. Then I had to correct that with an STX. Oh, that was bad. So I'm glad you guys stuck with me on that one. And good call, Eric, on the towing capacity there. That's a good call. Nathan needs a TFL hat. Stop with electric duct tape covering up the logo. Do you guys really do electric? I haven't seen that. You guys really don't do hats. I do hats all the time. I just if you have just catch this late, I have new hats coming. I have new golf hats coming. I got new work hats like parts counter guys or hats, shirts. I got a golf towel coming. I'm ordering a golf bag. I'm going all in on some stuff. And this guy, yeah, he keeps texting me about his Bronco. He's got a cool 60s Broncos. I will take the watch off now and put that over in the corner. Let's see. Hey, Lairdy58. What's your thoughts on the new Powerstroke 6.7 service life and the emissions overall longevity? Thanks. I actually did a video on that because I really wanted to know from a commercial standpoint. If you look at the tow dump truck, look at the dump truck video. I talked with the chief specialist, Dave Eyes. I don't know. He's got a weird title. Why they call him a specialist, I don't really know. Anyways, we talked about servicing it and how things are going to last. Now, emissions overall longevity. That is a very interesting question. So I can tell you, let's break this down. So service life, I think it's going to last for miles and miles and miles. I think the engines are good. They've really improved those to the point that I think it's really solid. You're going to have some issues, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of miles of turbo. Eventually those turbos wear out. But I think, and alternators and all that kind of stuff going on with those batteries or engines. But I think overall, it's going to be great. Emissions, I'm not sold yet on emissions. And I say that because I've done million-mile truck videos on diesels, and they're all pre-emissions. So until I've talked to multiple owners on this and fleet owners on this, and they all are telling me the same thing. They cannot get the mileage out of those trucks because the emission systems hold them back. And now it's a federal offense to delete emission systems. So there's these butting forces. You want this truck to last forever. Emission systems doesn't think it's up to that point, and they don't seem like it's going to last. So I think you'll find longevity. I don't think 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 is that big of an issue to get to that point, but I don't know how much further you're going to see beyond that. And so I'm out there in the forums, I'm out there on Facebook, I'm out there in places, and I'm researching this stuff. I'm talking to owners, I'm trying to get people's feedback on what they think, and I'm trying to find, I really want to find a million-mile Powerstroke or Cummins or whatever with the new emission system, like 11, 12, 13, 14, that's got a million miles. My friend, who's just blowing my watch up, texted today, he's got a 2011 6.0 Powerstroke with 500,000 miles on it. And so I'm kind of talking to him a little bit, and we're kind of talking about how long that's going to last. So I'm really curious to see, the 6.0. You say 6.0, 6.7. I think it's 2011. Huh. I will double check that, but I believe it's a diesel, and I believe he's getting there. So yeah, that's really interesting stuff. Good question. I don't know the answer. I would anticipate for the owner's lifespan, like if you're going to buy a truck and put the normal miles on it, not hot shot drive it, I think it'll last for the time period you own it. Getting beyond that, I don't know. Wow, Harley Davidson. I have a DD16 Detroit engine. I'm going to put it in my 85 long bed dually crew cab. but I have to double up the frame and do multi-grade axles and suspension because 18 speed and DD16 weigh 10,000 pounds. Holy cow. That sounds awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know much about Detroit engines. I've talked to my diesel friends about them, and they love them. I mean, I don't know. I can't give you specifics. I'm not gonna talk that specifically about stuff. I don't want to lie to you and tell you a bunch of BS. But that sounds pretty badass. I think you'll be passing everything except for the gas station. But what the heck? If you want to have fun with it, yeah. Send me some pics at tim@pickuptrucktalk.com, and maybe I'll shoot it over to send me an email and I'll shoot it over to my diesel guys and see if they can't ring in some things. All right. I'm kind of liking the F-150 Cattleman edition. I thought that was cool too. Dealer edition, like corporate options for something I would love to play with Suzuki and Jimmy. Yeah, did you hear the story of the Suzuki Jimmy? They're going to have to change it because of CAFE requirements and emissions requirements. Kind of interesting. Hey, Doug from Alaska. What's going on? Hells yeah. Nathan's all about this golf thing. I agree, Jeff, because Santa Crab looks. Nathan says, we're terrible at merchandising. Sometimes cover up naughty symbols that are on my hat that would be considered inappropriate. Yeah, I've done well with my hats. I've done well with that because I always wear a hat. To me, truck guys wear hats a lot. Every place I go, you go to a truck stop and all the guys are in hats. It's just doing hats. And so I'm trying to get better about shirts and things. Like I always wear these blue polos, but I'm gonna put some logos on some stuff, and I'm gonna do better merchandising. I can do a better job in that. I'm kind of looking at my channel like it's blowing up, and how can I be better? And that's one area that I think I really can do better. That and but that picture is on the wall. I'm gonna take it all out and put a whole stand. Like you guys at TFL, you have a really cool setup, and so I need to find something kind of like that. Kind of symbols. Tim, so what are we going to see next week in Chicago? Clearly, Nissan's doing weak. Toyota isn't doing much at all. Actually, David, you missed you probably missed the email, but there's a guy in town with 1 million miles and a 2007 Nissan Frontier. I'm doing that, and I don't know much else going on. Nissan's going to be weak. Toyota's going to be weak. I'm sure there'll be a surprise here and there. There always is. But yeah, I will. I always find stories. If not, I've been working on my gimbal. I've been working on trying to get my gimbal to work again because he doesn't want to work with my iPhone 11. But I have another backup plan. And the reason I bring that up is I was going to do a live stream from the show like I did in Houston, but I was going to try to get a more stabilized thing to hold on to because that it didn't really work. It wasn't very stable. People liked the video I did in Houston, but that didn't really work. So probably that Friday morning, not this Friday, following Friday, I'll do a live stream from Chicago. So if you guys want to be involved in the show and want to see what's going on, I will. I'll do that, and then I have to catch a plane. So I'm either going to do Friday or Thursday afternoon. Maybe Thursday afternoon because I catch a plane Friday morning. I am out of there quickly because I want to get home because they have cool stuff going on. And I do like Silverado 1500 diesel. That was a good video, by the way. Eric says, yeah, I freaking love that thing. That thing was awesome. That thing was so much fun to drive and so quiet, and just it was awesome. I think it's a slam dunk winner, and it should win the award's best engines award. And I think if that interior was better, that truck would be just selling like hotcakes. But I think the design's holding it back. I thought for a while that Chevy's engineering is spot on. The design is, yeah. Let's see. More mile truck. I'm working on it. Like I said, I'm working with a Ram company, Dodge Ram owners, and I'm going to put an email out tomorrow. I'm hoping to find a bunch of Ram owners, and I'm trying to find a bunch of different people. I'm going to keep doing them. If I can keep finding trucks, I'm going to keep doing them. I ran across a truck with a 1.2 million miles, but it's a Pete 379. Yeah, semis are easy to get that. Twin Force Fusion. Hey, we should do this. I never do this. And I was watching my friend Mark's live stream. Put down where you're coming in at. Where are you guys at tonight? I'm in Nebraska, as per usual. Twin Force Fusion says, my fleet are all gas, heavy duties. Keep them 5 years before replacement. Diesel not required for the type of haul and tow under 9,000 pounds. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, gas works fine. And then you avoid the emission stuff and you avoid the repair costs. I can see that. Texas like trucks, North Dakota likes trucks. Yeah, there's a truck summit, national truck summit coming to Minnesota. Apparently Minnesotans like trucks too. They invited me. They're going to pay airfare, do this kind of stuff. And I just can't seem a story out of that. So I'm not going to go. But don't be surprised if I share some live streams from that event if I see some stuff. Sean DeLong, hey Tim, long time no talk. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming around. I need to do more live streams, and I've been doing a poor job of that. I've been busy. It's been so much fun. The channel's just going bonkers, and tough time keeping up with it. I love your Lower Tier truck review. Thanks. I'm glad that took off. I was surprised at the response. It was a funny story. I reached out to my friend who's a fellow auto journalist, and she writes some of the stories for that dealership. And she was like, so she told me, she goes, well, come on over, and I'll work with a sales manager, and we'll get you a truck. And so I go over there, and I talk to the sales manager and talk to her a little bit. And they get a truck washed up, bring it around. And the sales manager comes to me and goes, what do you want? You want the XL with the STX trim? I'm like, yeah, I really want that truck. And he's like, you don't want like the King Ranch, the Platinum, the Limited? I'm like, no, no. I can get those trucks all the time. Like King Ranch, Limited, Platinum. Ford sends them to me all the time. But I want to know a lower trim. And so he was cool with that. And he told me, he says, he goes, if you want anything else, call him. And I got his card. I need to email him. That's now that the video went live, and follow up because he's got like a long bed, regular cab XL trims. He's got heavy duty XL trims with the long bed with a gas engine. He's ordering a bunch of Super Duties that should have like the trimmer package or the 7.3 in the lower trim levels. And I'm like, it was easy. I went and picked it up and drove it to the golf course where I film a lot of stuff. And it was an hour of work. And I basically just looked it over, reviewed it, talked about it, and put it out there. And I think that stuff's so valuable, because it's easy to talk about like where an XL is up to a King Ranch, but it's hard to talk from a King Ranch down to an XL. You know what I mean? And so that really was I thought that was really cool. And so I'm working on it. I'm working on the Ford dealer, and then I got to find out the Chevy Toyota dealers combo. I'm going to talk to them as well, and talk to the Ram dealer in town. And I want to build this up a little bit because it's hard for me to get those trucks in the press fleet. They just don't appear that often. And so I'm going to see if I can't work with some dealers. It's a little weird situation with them, but I'm going to see if I can't work with some dealers and see if I can't, make that happen. Drew says, been saving for an MXT I really like, but it's difficult to come by at times. What's the next best thing? MXT vehicle. What's the MXT? It's a Navistar Defense What is this? It's an international MXT. Wait. What's an MXT truck? Price for the base model MXT started at $89,500. What is this? Images. Oh, it's a Humvee. It's a big ass Humvee. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Drew. You made my night. I had no idea what the MXT was. That's freaking awesome. Well, Hummer is coming back, so just wait for the electric Hummer. And I'm telling you, looking at the my friends, is the Chevy did a secret unveil of future generation big vehicle, and so they're really working on a big Hummer. They really are. Nathan, another big question. I'm so happy Nathan's here. Another big question on the idea of using direct injection in modern pickup trucks. Yes, that's a good question. I don't think enough time has passed for definitive results yet. That's a great response. And I've done some direct injection stuff, talking with some of the engineers on this. I have some videos in this channel. And I think that's something I'm going to keep harping on, is talking to them about how is carbon buildup going to happen in direct injection, because that can follow up plugs, it can follow up the engine, it can cause excessive wear. It's interesting. Those gimbals just awful. Yeah, I used to work on my 7, but my 11 is so much bigger. Not sure. I can't ever talk to you about the shows. When you go live, always at work. Oh, okay, sorry. Mississippi, Nashville, Ohio for Riley. Jonesboro, Tennessee for Sean. Long Island. He's probably out running along the ocean. North Dakota for Jordan. Anchorage, Alaska. Ottawa, Canada. In the cold and snow. Man, I feel your pain. Holy cow. Tim should definitely revisit is the soft top pickup truck bed cap. I really enjoyed it. Would love to see more coverage of that. Oh, that. Are you Nathan? Are you talking about that Hide-A-Side? The hydrocide thing I did in Arizona, I think you're talking about hydrocide. That thing was interesting. He's supposed to send me one. I'm supposed to put it on one truck or something. I haven't really figured it out. I can't even say that, Jeff. Jeff's in like BFE Canada. Okay, I have no idea. Edmonton. I could say Edmonton Yellowknife for a month and a half. That is crazy. I've never heard anybody traveling in Canada in the wintertime for a job. It's crazy. Russia. Tim, this is awesome. You're in Russia. What time is it in Russia where you're at? That's what I'm curious about. Am I drinking my whiskey where you're drinking your coffee? What's going on with that? Lyra, thanks for time to answer my questions. Sure. Yeah, I'm always willing to answer questions, and I do the best I can. Sometimes people piss me off, and I delete them. So, Tim, with both Toyota and Nissan delaying reveals being pushed back, I'm guessing both trucks. I don't know. I mean, Detroit is a tough show for Japanese brands, and I hate using Japanese term like that because they're global brands. But in Detroit, if you go to Michigan, they are Japanese brands, and it's hard for them to win in Michigan. It's hard for those Japanese brands to win in Michigan. They just is. It just is. It's just tough for them to do that. So I don't know. Nathan's got the periods. You're thinking about that. I think you're thinking about that soft top pickup. Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. Let's see. I would guess that either they get unveiled at a separate offsite event or State Fair, Texas State Fair. That's the next truck show that makes sense to me. Southern Ohio for Sean. Nathan's in Boulder. More trim appeals to every guy, man. Us normal guys that don't want to spring for the top of the line. More videos like that make the video more relevant and appealing to a larger fan base. Trying. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go check them out and go see if that dealer will play ball with me. Carl Malik here. Carl Malik. Carl is the news editor for PickupTruckTalk.com. Carl does a great job over there. He runs lots of stories that, well, sometimes I go over there and I'm like, oh, what's new? Because I don't see everything. And Carl always has new stuff coming up. So thank you, Carl, for all your hard work. I pay him literally peanuts, and he does an amazing job. So, and him and I's taste in vehicles is a little bit different. So he's like Maybach GLC. Oh, good Lord, Carl. I did promise Carl this, is that he writes up all these fancy mega luxury kind of stuff. And I told him, I said, if we ever get invited, our little channel, if it ever gets invited to one of these Maybach things or the Land Rover Defender thing, I'm sending Carl. Carl can go. Do you really see me as that kind of guy? Really? Yeah, no. Definitely review F-Motive with HDTP. HDPP. Do you say it's Chevy Toyota dealership? Yeah, it is. It's Team Chevrolet here, and they have a Chevy Toyota dealership. Mid-sized truck Gold Hitch Award. Ooh, good question. Jem, thumbs up for the live stream. Hey, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah, hit the like button. Bob the Monk. That's a great name, Bob. I like it. Ecaluate. I'm getting a pronunciation lesson here in Canadian. Yeah. My dream truck is F-250 Tremor, Daniel says. That's a solid truck there, buddy. Texas too late for Nissan Frontier. I agree, but where else you can do it there, David? I wonder how much it'll take to turn an F-250 XLT and Tremor on my own. Well, you'd have to buy the shocks from Ford and lift it. And tires. Shouldn't be that bad. Yeah. Or just wait a little bit and find one in a junkyard. Ford 7.3 V8 Ultra Frozen. Ford 7.3 liter Godzilla or GM 6.6 liter gas for 3/4 ton truck. So I'm going to tell you a story on this. I was talking to Chevy about the 7.3 liter Godzilla. I literally was talking to their engineers about this. And they said that 7.3 liter Godzilla is basically the same engine they had out before the 6.6 liter. The same. If you look at the specs and you look at what the engines offer, it's the same damn thing. And because the 6.6 liter gas is direct injected, and he said direct injection counts for 0.6 of a liter, and if you do the math, it's pretty much the same damn engine. The question is, with a 7.3 Godzilla, without direct injection, does that mean it doesn't have as much carbon buildup? And the 6.6 liter, as TFL has found out, and they've done some cool videos, bravo to the team over there, and Nathan, if he's still on, is that the 6.6 liter is a couple mile per gallon, 1 or 2 mile per gallon better than the 7.3, and I think that's due to direct injection. So there's the game. Long term, direct injection buildup with carbon fiber or carbon buildup could be an issue. Carbon buildup and direct injection could be an issue. Let me talk correctly here. Let me have some more whiskey. In the 7.3 liter could be a problem, but the 6.6 liter gas from GM has direct injection and gets better fuel economy. So I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I think you go with whatever. My answer to the best truck is always going to be the one you get the best deal on. That's the question. That's the answer. And go see who's selling and see what interior like, see what kind of like. But yeah, I think it's a good toss up. I thought the 7.3 liter was incredibly quick, being that it wasn't direct injected. I thought there was an issue there. It wasn't slow at all. No, it's a beast. And the 6.6 was pretty good. I don't think it was as good as 7.3, but it was pretty damn good. But again, the thing that you got to remember on this stuff is those are first drive events, and I literally get 2 hours in seat time, 3 hours in seat time. I don't get that much seat time, which is just disappointing. It's just the way it is. And yeah. 2020 Frontier short run until the August retool. So yeah, it would be late, but I don't know. It's just interesting. Where would they do that at? I think if they do an offsite, Sun 3 Power Stroke would buy a gas or Sun 3. Yes. Wish list: next gen Tundra and next gen Suburban, please. Chad Spittle. I like Chad a lot. Chad and I sometimes seems like he gets after me in the comments. I don't know him personally. Sometimes he gets after me in comments. And I would think about have fun with Chad. You don't like the next. You don't like. All right. So you're saying next gen. Are you saying the one that already came out, or are you saying the one you don't? The one that came out you don't like? That's the question. No, David. We're not talking about Godzilla and the engine. Besides, they didn't officially call it Godzilla. It just became that was what they're coming out in the marketing speak. All right. Carl says sounds like a plan. My friend goes back to watching luxury dishes. You got it today. Toyota Tundra Ram 3500. I like the Ram 3500. Frank Croker. Hey, Frank. I see him on the comments. I'm always responding. And LX570. Ooh, that's a controversial pick. That's a very controversial pick there, Frank. And you have a lot of controversy on that. It's very so you like that over the Land Cruiser is what you're trying to say. That's very interesting. Ram 1500 King of Trucks. Oh, this guy. Hi, buddy. He gives me lots of crap sometimes. So I would tell you this, Ram 1500, is that I'm finally getting a Laramie Longhorn. Yeah, in the second week of March. And I just thought of you when they scheduled that vehicle. They called me and they said they're going to bring it up to me, and they scheduled it all on my schedule. And I thought, I'm going to do 5 good things, 5 bad things in this truck. And I can't wait to hear from Ram 1500 on the 5 good things and 5 bad things. I should literally just live stream that 5 good things. So that way you can beat me up in the live stream. We can argue about it before it goes live. Maybe I should do that. That should be fun. I wish I had a garage. I have a garage, but I wish I had a better garage with like a barn garage with like good Wi-Fi, good lighting. I would do it out in that garage. Okay, so back to the thoughts on 3-liter Duramax and the Chevy 1500. Big fan of the engine. Huge fan of the engine. They did a grand slam job on that one. That was well done. How long do you think this Mini 6 will last? I think it's going to be based on usage. If you decide to tow a lot with that, which I don't believe that's really what it's made for, I think it's not going to last as long. If you do highway miles, again, like million-mile trucks, you'll get more wear out, get more out of that. I think that engine's going to last longer than the emission systems will last, personally. I could see the engine going 300,000, 400,000 miles, personally. I think it'd be pretty easy. But I would love this. Again, I'm doing more and more million-mile trucks because I think it's really interesting talking about reliability when you have these engines go a million miles. So I'm curious to see what happens. I'm really curious what that Duramax is. I'm really curious to see what happens with hotshot drivers. So like the guys that drove the Toyota Tundras millions of miles, they would be well set for the Duramax because the fuel economy is like twice as good. And when you're driving that many miles, spending much money on fuel economy and fuel prices is really make or break point. That's your profit margin right there. And so I'd be really curious to see if some hotshot driver doesn't pick up that 3-liter Duramax who doesn't do the long distance towing, who does the more hotshot driving of like oil rigs and things, where just delivering parts or like chemical labs, stuff like that, and would see if he gets how he does with 1,000,000 miles on that Duramax. That's what I'd be really curious on. East Tennessee Lawn Care. Cool. I don't get the best. Come on, I got a lawn problem for you. Oh, wait. I don't get the best gas miles, but I love my trucks. 95, F-150, 300, inline 6. Yeah, you got to keep that. You got to keep that. I love old trucks. And that's not old. I have a 62. I have old trucks. I got an old truck. Jeff says, a pickup truck is like a pair of cowboy boots. The most important thing is how it makes you feel. Wow. I need to put that logo on like a t-shirt. That's awesome. Why doesn't Toyota be more innovative and put out Tundra and Tacoma updates? It's like they have little or no incentive to financially. So Toyota is historically always slow on innovations. That's the way the company is, and that's the way I've always been. And they don't mind being last because they feel like they'll do it right if they're last. I think the difficulty with that is in today's marketplace, in today's Twitter world, in today's immediate response world. I think they're running into some problems with that as far as people are getting frustrated. The used to be every 7 years you updated your truck, and now I was talking to the Chevy and Ford guys. They're like, it's not 7 years anymore. It's like next year. It's like next year. They're not holding back. They're not doing big refreshes, not doing big new truck launches. I mean, it's consistently, sorry, little golf burp there, consistently putting updates. And I think that is going to get Toyota in trouble. I do think there's some changes happening in Toyota. They have a new North American CEO that's going to make some differences. I think the chief engineer spent a lot of time in Japan. I was over there with him doing a story. I think that's going to make some differences because he has more pull now than what he used to. But again, I still see Toyota being slow. I just do. It's interesting because from their viewpoint, they're not slow. From their viewpoint, they know they're slow, but they don't really care. I mean, I should say it differently, because the Tacoma is still the sales king, and Tundra still sells pretty well to keep that plant busy. I think what you'll find is when the new G-Town plant gets going in Mexico, central Mexico, and the Baja facility gets going, and the facility in San Antonio loses the Tacoma, and now you have a bunch of capacity you need to fill that plant with. I think you'll see some innovation come sooner, because now you have a fire under them to sell some trucks. I think they're going to have to step up or, lay off some people, and I think they're going to step up. But what frustrates me, Jim, I'm sorry to dialogue in this, what frustrates me as a journalist is that I want to bring you guys the new stuff. I want to cover what's great. I want to cover this market because I love trucks so much, and that's my passion. And it really frustrates me when I can't do that, when there's not anything new, when there's not so much going on. I want new stuff. I want to see new stuff. I want to play with new toys. I mean, that's what I'm doing here, And so it really irritates me when automakers don't do that, because I feel like that also hurts consumers, because consumers who may be Toyota fans, if you are, don't get the latest and greatest because they're dragging their feet. And I take them to criticize them. I know I did my video today about the Tundra being delayed. I know their chief engineer saw it. I know he's probably going to talk to me when I see him in person. And I'm going to tell him, back off, buddy. It's time. I'm tired of these excuses. He got in the job in 2014, hasn't really done much, and I think it's time for him to step up. And I like him. We're friends, but friend to friend, it's time. Ram's kicking ass, and they're kicking ass because they're standing out and actually doing something. And so it's I think that's very clear, and I think it's time for more automakers to do it, because ultimately you win. The consumer wins. That's what happens. Abraham in Virginia. I don't need to ask where you're coming in from tonight. Virginia. Would like to see do a video on high mileage Jeeps with a 4-liter straight-lit 6. Have heard it's a great engine, but not too many reports since they get lifted and engine swapped. Yeah, I would too. I actually have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, nearly 1,000,000-mile story, brewing in Michigan, that I'm going to go do this summer, hopefully. And that's a very interesting thing, because he's had like 5 transmissions put in that truck. Yeah, he's got a long history of fixing stuff, so it should be a lot of fun. Ram says he can't wait. Frank likes it over the Land Cruiser. I could see it. Yeah. Like your channel, man, but you need to find some people for some more 1,000,000-mile trucks, like the one using a 1,000,000-mile 7.3-liter Power Stroke. Chris, I am working on it, man. I'm burning the phone lines. I'm doing everything I can. I hit up your forum groups. Hit up your buddies. Hit up your Facebook, your Twitter, Instagram, whatever you guys are on. Help me find them. I will go do their stories. I'm working on it. Like I said, tomorrow there's going to be a big news release going out to a bunch of Ram owners. I've emailed Ford. I've emailed Chevy. I'm emailing these places. I am on the hunt. I am on the hunt to tell these stories. I have a Nissan Frontier next week. I'll do a story on it. I'm doing it. I'm all over it. I just need to find them. And they're hard to find. Sometimes you just get lucky. I got two Tim. Oh, Frank. I'm going to go Frank first, and then we'll go back to Russia. Tim, my favorite two trucks are the Ford Raptor and the Lexus LX570. Good taste. Good taste. Different trucks, but both incredibly capable. Ford 300 inline 6 has the torque. Inline 6 is due to torque. Johnny 5, if he's on here still, he would be applauding you right now. He freaking loves the inline 6. Tim from Russia. Lee B. Dev. Lee B. I'm not going to try. Tim from Russia. What's better, F-150 or Tesla Cybertruck? I've had some comments on the channel about Cybertruck. I know Cybertruck has its fans. I realize people will like the Cybertruck. But let's be clear. I don't think it's a truck. There's too many issues with it. And I really take umbrage is my word, at the way they unveiled that truck. And I was really pissed off at Elon Musk is basically how it works, because they did not talk to the customers, and they're going to build this thing, and they're going to be... What's going to happen is that Tesla's going to come with a Cybertruck, and people are going to buy it, and you're like, oh, I don't use gas, and it's great, and I can do everything I want to do, truck guy stuff, I'm just going to do it. And so then I'm going to see it from my colleagues at Car and Driver and Road Truck, whatever, are going to claim that all you need, like the Honda Ridgeline, is just the Cybertruck, and you truck guys don't know what you're doing. And yeah, I'll be out there again on an island like I have been in years past. I'll be fighting back saying, you know, I would love an electric truck. I don't want something that looks like a large DeLorean. I want something to be able to pass crash tests. I want something that doesn't reflect the sun when I get behind the steering wheel to blind me. I want something I can paint a color onto it. I want to take pride in my truck. I want something that looks good. I want something I can hook a horse trailer to. I want something that I can actually haul something with. And I want something that can get me places. I actually asked the Engineering Explain guy to do a video on how far that Tesla Cybertruck would actually haul its payload and towing. And it was really pathetic. And so if you look up the Cybertruck towing or something, watch it. He does a great job. He lays out the facts. He's a physics guy. He lays out the facts. But, you know, I think the thing I think is a misnomer is truck guys care about the environment. I play golf. I go hunting. I go fishing. I don't want to see, you know, toxic waste. I don't want to see dirty air. I want clean skies like everybody else does. But I want a truck I want to get in and go do stuff with and not have to worry about charging up overnight. I want one less thing to charge in my life. I got tons of stuff to charge. I just don't want something else. And so Cybertruck really irritates me on many of those fronts. And I'm really hoping... I'm really hoping that Ford and GM come out with an electric truck that makes sense. I'm all about it. They've tried. In late 1980s at S10 and Ford Rangers, electric trucks, they didn't work. It was too expensive, not enough range. I hope that Rivian comes out with an electric truck. I hope they come up with stuff that really works, because I'll be all about that. If it could work, I'd be all about that. But there's so many problems I have with electric trucks right now that I just have a really hard time seeing it. So, there. Soapbox put down. Sean makes a really good point. Not crazy about the new Chevy Tahoe or Suburban. My wife is on her sixth Tahoe, so she's done with her new interior design. I think it's better, but it's not great. John says, next gen mail truck. John. Thoughts on manufacturers using horsepower and torque numbers using premium fuel. That video opened my eyes. Did you watch my video on that, Eric? I did a video. What did I do? I landed back from someplace. Yes, I landed back from, they revealed it in the State Fair, Texas, October. I did a live stream from Denver International Airport because I was so fired up about that and so irate. I did a rant from the airport sitting in a seat. I'm passionate. That's what I did. And so if you saw my video, it's very clearly, I will say this. I had the Infiniti QX80 this week that has the same horsepower and torque as the Nissan Titan has. It's the same engine. I'm okay with premium fuel in the Infiniti. I am not okay with that in a pickup. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that in a pickup. It has no place. It's just utter nonsense. And I just noticed something here. Let's see if I can't make this. Let me see. So yeah, I just find it, yeah. It's really irritating to me, and I think it's just not looking at the consumer. I just feel like it's not okay. Yeah. I feel like my logo's too big. I'll look on that. All right, we got 14 minutes left. I'm going to go an hour, 14 minutes. Thank you, 40 viewers. God, you guys are doing great. I'm over the moon. Every time I didn't mean to say it that way. Every time I grab my phone, I can update my subscribers and update my views and stuff like that. I'm just shocked. I am just shocked. It's snowballing, guys. If you guys have been with me at the beginning, holy cow, thank you so much. It is just snowballing like crazy. And I am just, wow, I'm just over the moon. It's just crazy. Big Dummy says, Chevrolet C10. Got 4 of them. You want to buy a C10? I got one for you. Truck product cycles are like computers. They're improving yearly. It's the hyperdrive, how fast they update them. Yeah, it's crazy. You're right, Tim. Total waits too long. Ford is making the best trucks out there right now. Yeah, I like Ford trucks. I think the interior could be a little bit not. I think what the challenge with Ford is they're so much work focused. I feel like they miss some of the consumer niceties, and I feel like Ram is so consumer focused. They're not great work trucks. It's the way they design the air vents, the way they design the interior, just the feeling you get instead of a Ford truck, it's like a work truck. And so I think it's really different. I think it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But Ford's doing, I learned early on with Ford in this business was very clearly this thing. It's a very truism. Ford is not going to screw up their truck. They're not going to screw it up. Ram is not going to beat Ford on sales because Ford screws up. Ram is going to catch Ford on sales because Ram is going to have to out-engineer them, out-interior them, and outperform them. That's how they're going to have to win because Ford is not going to screw things up. Ford does an amazing job. They have an amazing team of engineers, and they know what their bread and butter is. And so you have got to go toe-to-toe with them, and you have got to out-engineer them, and you got to do the best job you can because Ford is not screwing it up. They are going to kick your ass. Ford's like the New York Yankees. They got all the money. They're going to buy the best players, and you got to go to Yankee Stadium, and you got to beat them in 7 games in October for them to give it up. And good luck with that. Carlos Goins stated that Nissan will go bankrupt by 2024. Not sure if it's sour grapes or good industry insight. Jeff says, oh, there's David, sour grapes. Dave is a huge Carlos Ghosn fan. I don't know. I can tell you what. Nissan's in trouble. Holy cow. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And I know Dave is all over that, but Nissan, it's going to be interesting. Green Horizon Landscaping. I have a 2018. Oh, so you're talking about that green. You have the 18. Wait. You have the Alaskan edition, Ian? You have the Alaskan edition? Man, I wanted to drive that thing so badly, and I could never make it work. So I emailed them a few times. Chevy was kicking around, whatever. And then I got invited today to go to Marquette, Michigan, end of February, and use their plow trucks. And I'm like, I created that idea like 2 years ago. Guys, I was emailing you 2 years ago. Alaskan came out. I wanted to do a towing event with that. And they hemmed and hawed about it. And I get an email they're going to do it. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm there. I'm putting my damn boots on, my winter pants on. I'm going up there and I'm going to plow some damn snow with their trucks because that's freaking cool. I know you guys who do it all day. You get it's a job. But for guys like me that doesn't push around snow that much, and for guys like me who hate snow so much, freaking, that's cool. I really do like that. Jim says, think to me, you do a great job getting some updates. Hey, no problem. It's Toyota's fault. They would monopolize if they did better with updates. I hear that consistently from fans is that Toyota, and I think this too, I think Toyota would have more market share if they did more with trucks because people really like the reliability, but it's just tough. It's just really tough. Taylor's here. Hey, Alba. Taylor Alba. I think is what I'm saying. I've seen you in the comments. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for hanging out. Mike G just bought a 2019 F-150 EcoBoost 3.5 liter. Bet you put 200,000 on it in 3 years for work traveling country. No kidding. 200,000 in 3 years? Wow. Yeah, if you get a chance, Mike, at the end of the 3 years, whatever you hit those marks, hit me up. Send me an email. Send me some photos and such. I'd like to share that story because, a lot of guys are concerned with the EcoBoost as far as long-term reliability. And I'd be curious to get your thoughts on that after you go through hit these mile marks. Maybe your first 50,000, 100,000, whatever. Hit me up. Send me an email. Send me a video. The best thing you guys can do, and I'm going to share this stuff too because this is a community. I'm growing a community on this channel, and so be part of the community. Is just take your phone and use the back camera. Use the back cameras on these phones, and just shoot me an update and take me some pics and send it to me. And I'll create a little video. I'll put a video out a day on that, little update, stuff like that, and I'll put it in a playlist or something. But yeah, send me your trucks, man. It's my passion. I love seeing trucks. I love talking trucks, and I love seeing what you guys are doing with these trucks. Like, what are you guys really doing with these? This is what I want to know, and I have a lot of fun with it. If you guys probably can tell with my channel, I have a great time. I just have a great time. By total and reliability, but those catching up and telling way more. I agree. Daniel says, what about reliability of the Ram? I have so many friends who have experienced tons of issues, infamous glitches, truck randomly turning off. Who's the king of reliability? So the king of reliability is Toyota Tundra. It's tough, though, because the Tundra is the least innovative and the least technology-driven truck. I love the new Ram trucks. I really have concerns with reliability because of what you just said. I mean, it's everywhere I've seen, and I have a video coming, and because for $12 in the airport, I bought the new Consumer Reports, and it has the toughest trucks exclusive ratings. So I have a video coming on this. I will put that video out when I can, and I will get that out to you guys. But it's interesting. I like the Ram pickup, and I know there's Ram fans that have had good luck with their trucks. I just have a lot. I hear that all the time. But I will tell you what's coming in number 2, a strong number 2. If you don't like Toyota, is Chevy. Chevy seems like they do a pretty good job in reliability these days, and it seems like they do really well. And all my reliability videos, I have like 17 reliability videos. There's a playlist on this channel. If you click on reliability, pour a glass of whiskey, pour a beer, sit back, relax. I have like 17 videos on this stuff. And Chevy seems like it comes in number 2 quite often. 2020 Nissan Titan Pro is actually pretty enticing. It is. So, fun fact, I was supposed to get that today, and they had a shattered windshield, or windshield had a crack in it, and the tire had a problem. So I got a BMW X3 M competition, and I have the Nissan Titans coming in the middle of March. And I have 3 comparison videos. I have a Ram versus Nissan Titan. I have a Nissan Titan versus GMC, and I have a Nissan Titan versus Ford F-150 sitting in my queue ready to publish. I just need the Nissan Titan driving impressions. I don't have them. And, so, yeah. LOL, I'm still hearing in like 6 torque monsters. Yeah, I knew Johnny Five would be there. Shame because Nissan made really reliable hard body pickup back in the day. By the way, yeah, we have a hard body pickup at the farm. We have a Nissan hard body at the farm. And when it knows the availability of manual transmissions, I think lots of people do. It's always like fun to drive light cars with ceiling fuel. Oh, jeez. Toyota waits so long to release vehicles because they're focused on reliability instead of American automakers who just release vehicles left and right. Left consumer big test on me. Yeah, James, you bring up a good point. You bring up a really good point, and that's what Toyota does. I'm just ready. I'm ready for a new Tundra. I'm ready for them to do something. Mike Spears has promised me a lot, and he's a good engineer, but it's time to put up or shut up. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm a little fired up about that. Looking for a used half-ton truck for my 17-year-old's first vehicle. Budget's $10,000. What do you recommend? Ooh. You could, I think you'll find that you can find a Ram really cheap, but probably really unreliable. The Fords are probably pretty cheap, but they're probably ex-work trucks and some consumer trucks. I would probably go Chevy or Toyota, just reliability. A 17-year-old, you don't want all the bells and whistles. You don't need them, but you're reliable. And so I'd go Chevy or Toyota. High mileage. If you go high mileage Toyota, who cares? That thing, I've done 2 different million-mile stories in that truck. I don't think I have a problem with that. and a high mileage Chevy. I mean, I've seen them all the time. I don't have a problem with that. I would go those two would be my view. Or you can find a good Ford. The problem with Ford is often parts availability. I know that in the older trucks, that's the case. Newer trucks probably not a big issue. The Ram just concerns me. Those things just fall apart. It just seems like. Or, you know that the first gen Nissan Titan, to me it's a little ugly, but it's a really good value in the Pro 4X package. You can find that. And it's really good value overall. That 5.6 liter is pretty bulletproof at this point. And they built that truck for a long time, which means it's pretty reliable. And so, I mean, but that's who I am. I'm a practical, reliable guy, so I'm talking reliability. So I'm going Chevy, Nissan, or Toyota. And I'm going high mileage on Nissan and Toyota. I'm going a little bit lower mileage on Chevy. And I'm going Ford. You can throw a Ford in. I love Ram and Dodge Ram trucks, but they're just tough. They're tough for me to be reliable. My cousins all own them. My cousins all owned Rams and Dodges, and they all had problems with them. And guess what? They all have Chevys now. Even that dude that worked for Tesla agreed. If you order to get a decent towing from EV, you would have to buy the big EV big rig. Yeah, doing an EV, it's physics. It'd be cool if they had a truck that was charged by the sun. They have done that. They were working on that. The problem is the usage rate versus what you're getting charged from the sun doesn't equal up. Basically said if they use Cybertruck for a car or minivan, it's great, but as a truck, it sucks. Again, I agree. I think a small car EV is fine. And I'll say it again for the 9,000th time. I think a full-size truck with hydrogen is going to be the future. I think small cars are EV. I feel like the new Nissan Frontier reveal will be a letdown. What do you think? You know, I don't think the new Nissan Frontier will be a letdown. You know, I think I'm thinking a letdown. This may be controversial to you, Jim, and others on this live stream, is that the Ford Bronco. I think the Ford Bronco is going to be a huge letdown. Why? They've teased the crap out of that thing. And so they've teased it so many times. We've seen so many spy photos. I think it's going to be let down when we actually see it. Because I don't think it's going to be anything like what the faithful wants it to be. I mean, Nissan Frontier will be not that big of a deal. I really have concerns with the new Ford Bronco. The popularity of midsize trucks, would love to see a Dakota coming back, but not sure if FCA has the leverage to produce one. Could carve out a good portfolio for Ram. Should be a Dodge brand. Yeah, I've done some videos on this. What if it comes back? I think the merger with Pergo is going to create some changes. I think they could bring that Dakota back in the wish list. I think it'd be a Pergo mid-sized truck over here. I think there's a Ducati or something like that. There's a couple mid-sized trucks that come over here. I think what needs to happen is the metric 1 ton. I think needs to go away. I think we'll need a mid-size and full-size worldwide. I think that could be some changes. But I think if you're going to look for FCA to do something, look for after the merger. I don't think FCA's got a lot of cash, personally, to do a lot of new trucks in different areas. And I think they have capacity issues as well. So I think there's a lot going on there. Cummins and Nissan reliable or probably not. I wish they kept it and updated it. I think the Cummins is reliable in the Nissan. I think for sure. I think Cummins just pulled it because it's a big, thirsty engine. And it didn't work that well. Check out first down for info. The most you have Ford is fit and finish. Dodge is better interior. They do. Early 2010 Tundra. Yeah. What is the future of smaller trucks? William West. Hi, William. What's going on, buddy? Future of smaller trucks. I think you'll see the Hyundai Santa Cruz will come out and do okay. I think you'll steal market share from the crossover SUV market. I don't know that there's that big of demand for a small compact truck as there used to be. I'm not seeing it. But I think in the bigger cities, you could make a case for it. But in the bigger cities, you're just Ubering stuff anyways, and people aren't really buying truck stuff. So I think everything's getting delivered. And so I think there's going to be a big issue moving on. I think that there'll be a future for a compact EV truck. I think that's what the Cybertruck should have been, was a compact EV truck. But the problem with the smaller trucks, and I know Ford's building one. They're working on a Ford Courier, which is the basically a very small Ford truck. The problem is profit margin. Profit margin is hard on those small trucks. It just is. And so there's really some difficulty by making the business case. And frankly, if an automaker can make $5,000 or $20,000 on a full-size truck, or they make $500 on a compact truck, like, what do you really do? You know, you build a full-size truck. That's why Ford didn't want to build the Ranger, because they're making so much damn money on the F-150. It makes sense. I mean, I'm not arguing with that at all. Vermont or Massachusetts. Ian. Hey, DV. What's going on, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. I do not plow. I love tow my excavator with it. Oh, very cool. Yeah, that Alaskan, man. That's a cool looking package. I really was a fan of that. You're excited about Marquette, Michigan. Have fun with 0 degrees. Have you ever plowed snow? My brother plows snow, and I go with him. I've gone with him. I think I haven't plowed one. No, I haven't gone with him. I've gone with Ford to plow some snow. Plowing snow is a damn good time. Johnny, Johnny, you're getting me in trouble again. When are you doing your pickup trucks about towing campers? I am trying to get that going. It's tough. We're getting ready to sell the farm this year, so one of those things. I'm about getting a lot of questions about towing on tours. I'm giving it at the DC Auto Show. Yeah, and you should. I'm trying to get the Texas Truck Rodeo to be a towing expedition there too. So yeah. Tommy, you're still live. I am. I was supposed to wrap this up, Tommy, and I failed. I failed to do that. Dinner's ready. I need to get going, but I'm trying to get through this. Comments. I really want to talk to you guys because you guys have made this channel happen. You guys have done a great job, made this channel happen. And again, from my standpoint, mind blown seeing the stats. And we're adding 100 and 200 subscribers a day. I mean, it is just insane right now, and I'm so happy you guys have been part of this journey because you guys, if I could send you guys all free hats, I would do it in a heartbeat. I send everybody a free hat, but that's 20,000 subscribers at free hats. So, I've been inspecting cell towers with a drone, towing a 6,000-pound trailer between locations, going down some tough 4x4 trails to get to them, especially in mountains. Mike, you have got to send me a video. You have got to send me some video. I'm really curious. And if you're in my area, if you're in Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, wherever, hit me up. I will come out. I will see what I can do. I'll see if I'm in town. I'll drive over. I'll throw some GoPro, do a video interview in the cabin, because that is some interesting stuff. I want to see if that truck can take it. That's what I want to see. And I think you want to see that too. That's really good stuff. New Trail Boss, good truck. Oh, yeah. Chevy, no, their FM has been terrible run. Yeah, I've heard some of that stuff. I don't know. I've heard back and forth on it. Call me crazy, but I want to see a 2020 F450 King Ranch Crew Cab long bed get a 6.7 Cummins swap with an Eaton Folder manual swap. Holy cow, Henry. You could do that. You might need to win the lottery to make that happen. I really want to build like the best truck of everything. Like take everything from every brand and put it together because that'd be phenomenal. All right, I'm over my limit. Hold on, I'm catching up. Over my limit. I'm catching up. Great evening. Dodge Dakota was perfect size truck myself. Yeah, I know some trucks are just big. Great evening. Yeah, I gotta go. I have to go too. Have you tried? Tommy, I did a thing on that. I have looked at that. I've talked to Via about it, Via Motors about that, and they have not done an update. It's been 2014 since they've done any news on that X truck. I don't know what's going on with that. I would love to do more with that, but I think they're finding they don't have the range. I think that's what they're finding. Engines Bronco will be let down. You know it's going to be EcoBoost. Yeah, it's going to be terrible. See, the new front looks like larger Suzuki. Cummins and Titan was braking. Cranks bad. Nissan Relay. Thoughts on 2014. My father-in-law had one of those Colorados. He had no problem with it. It's just, yeah, he liked his Colorado. I don't have any problems with that. Everybody's got opinions. I agree. There are videos on YouTube on how to delete and tune diesels. There are, again, against federal law. By the way, that's the interior photo. Oh, I didn't notice that about the GMC Canyon. AT4 has a push-button start. Huh. You're awesome. No, I appreciate you guys. That's all you guys. Okay. I have got to go. Yeah, then I can hear she's doing stuff. It's funny. I was laughing, Johnny 5. I was just laughing. ZR2 Diesel. Okay. No, I have it on channel. The ZR2 Diesel, I'm a big fan of that too. I got 500 videos on the channel. Just search it for Ray. You will find it. I'm a big fan of that diesel. It's really cool. Comparison with Hilux and Tacoma, even though they're... I'm trying to make to Mexico. I'd like to make to Mexico and do some Navara, some Hilux, some. I want to make it down there. Your guys' subscriptions will make it happen. You guys will keep it. You guys keep subscribing and watching it. I will get my passport, get my Cerveza, and make it to Mexico and do some driving. So yeah. All right, I've got to go. I'm way behind time, but yeah, it's the weight of the X trucks. It's X truck, not V truck. It's X truck, Tommy. It's a Silverado that's lifted with big tires on it. But yeah, they've had some problems with that. But hey, all right. I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for following along. Again, I got merchandise in Teespring. If you guys want to really help me out, buy a couple shirts. That really helps me out too. I'll put a link there below. I think I got some cool stuff. If you have some cool sayings for shirts, send me those stuff. I will hook that up. Tim@pickuptrucktalk.com. I respond to emails. I respond to comments. let me know. And I will see you guys next week. I'll try to do more of a standard time. We've had the flu in the house last couple days. It's been kind of a weird thing. I'll try to do a more standard time, Monday nights, back to Monday nights, and we'll hit it up again. So, again, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys down the road.